Welcome to another edition of the Champions Corner. As you can see, I'm surrounded by greatness. I have Ron G at the top down there. I got Lonnie Nesbitt over there. I got the Alabama ambassador in the building. We're fresh off of the highest grossing arena show in WWE history. Yeah, we're talking about Bash at Berlin. We got a lot of amazing things to cover today. Fellas, how y'all doing?
Yeah, we all good. We good.
Feeling good, feeling
Good,
great.
Mr.
How
Levesque.
are you?
You know what? You know what? I'm glad somebody can put respect on Levesque's name. I'm glad you're here, because as we heard, Cody, we'll get into that later, but shout out to Levesque for doing his thing. His daughter's in college. We're rooting for you, Levesque. We're rooting for you. But let's get into this, guys. There's a lot to talk about. I want to start just how the show started. I want to start off with Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. That match was grueling. It was brutal. Guys, what are your thoughts about that match?
Go ahead, girl.
Hey, man, I enjoyed it. I just wish Kevin Owens gave his 100% in it. He, like Wade Barrett was saying, I was totally in agreement with Wade Barrett on commentary. Where your killer instinct at, bro? You going for a world championship, as Cody calls it, the North Star, and you gonna hold back? Cody said he wouldn't hold him back. It don't matter. You think he had a hurt leg or not? Go after it. Why bring it up if you ain't gonna go after it? I mean, other than that, it was a good match, of course. I'm starting to think the Crossroads is kind of weak now. He got to do it 4 times every match now. I'm starting to think it's weak, but it's all right. But I enjoyed it nonetheless. Like I said, they had a lot of for heavyweight with KO. He always do the dives and sentons, swantons. I hit lots of off the top rope, through the ropes, off the apron, and he's everywhere in that match. He's going at Cody hard, but he couldn't pull the trigger at the last moment. But Cody gonna do his thing. He gonna do it. He gonna do everything, keep his belt. So congrats to Cody again.
I think so. I want to plug the point about KO not having a singles title in 8 years, right? And how that planted that seed to let me know that this story is not over. I don't think it is. I know Solo is clamoring to get the next man, which we'll see in the future. But I want to see how that seed planted, because I think whatever Kevin said to Cody in his ear when he left on Friday of SmackDown to build up to the match, we still got to see what that was in my regard. But for the match itself, I thought it was a fair hitting, hard hitting match. I think it went pretty well. A good opener. I think Cody's matches have. I think he's trying to get him down to the wire later. That's the psychology I'm seeing in his matches. Trying to get him down to the wire, which is probably why he hits 3 crossroads a lot lately too.
Go ahead, Jacoby.
Okay, I just so what he said to him, Lonnie Waybeard said it on way back. He said it on commentary. He said Kevin Owens said, "Remember, you asked for this." That's what he whispered to Cody Friday. Yeah. He said, "Remember, you asked for this." Going into the match, I knew it was going to be good. You kind of know Cody's not losing his belt for a while, but I was like, let's see what happens. Because even though you might got a good inkling on what's about to happen, you just never know. You can be surprised. You know what I mean? So it's I thoroughly enjoyed the match, but again, my favorite part of wrestling is not so much the physical aspect; it's the psychology. And when I walked back in the room, I heard Ron talking about KO not being able to pull the trigger, but it was done so well. Like, that dude is really, really, really good at what he does. The not attacking the knee at first, and then Cody Rhodes saying, "I'm all right," and then hitting him in the face, and then KO's like, "Oh, you good then? Let me hit your knee now." Because I laughed at Chris. I said, Cody said I'm good. How? I said, "Oh yeah, he good." So Kevin clocked him in the knee, but then the apron power bomb, because we all know it's curtains once he hit that move. And when he didn't do that, Lonnie, that's when I was like, oh, we going to keep the party going. This ain't it. You know what I'm saying? And, of course, we know Solo is stepping up next, but we all know that the OTC going to get in the way. Even if you do get a title shot, the OTC going to get in the way of that, because we all know that's heading towards the Civil War and War Games and all that. So it'll be nice to see what they do. I think in my personal opinion, I think this is leading to Kevin Owens returning back to his final form or his getting the killer instinct back. But that's just how I look at it. But the match was great. I enjoyed it. And then the overseas crowds be showing out. So
Man.
Yeah, the crowd was split on them.
Hey, so
yeah,
to your point, Alabama ambassador, to your point, man, I agree. That match has so much psychology in it. I was more so interested and intrigued in if we were going to see Kevin, turn into a heel. I put some in a few episodes. I said maybe Cody going to turn heel. Who knows? I was more so intrigued, and WWE did a good job on SmackDown of bringing everybody's attention to this match because all before I was like, man, I don't care nothing about this match. But they did a great job bringing our attention to their friendship and how is that going to play out after this match. So I think it was perfectly done.
that's a
Even
great
with
go home show. Great go home show.
great go home show. Even with Kevin Owens battling within himself, am I going to really, destroy my friendship over the chance of getting the championship? Which one causes more? Which one is more valuable to me at the end of the day? I think Kevin Owens did a great job. Fellas,
Yeah.
so that leads me to this question. Where do we go from here with Kevin Owens?
He turns into Majin Vegeta.
Oh.
Because no, I'm saying all this inner turmoil, but sit there watching and seeing what he can do. I think he turns it. Now, the only thing I would say, they said if Randy would have won, he would have stayed on Raw. But I guess he's coming back to SmackDown now. And the truth be told, they do have unfinished business with the Bloodline, but that also was before Cody and Kevin had this match. So I think we're gonna continue the story because when Roman comes back, that's gonna take care of Solo for a little while. So Cody gonna need something.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. Solo is gonna get a shot, but we all know Roman gonna get in the way of that. What is this? August? It's August, September now, really. So I'm probably thinking that Solo and Cody probably go at it at Bad Blood in Atlanta. Which are any of y'all? Well, Ron, are you trying to go to that show?
It'd be nice, but we got SmackDown coming here close to that, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna make both shows.
I'm on the fence.
I mean, I just got to get there, but I ain't got to pay for no tickets. So,
Hey, I need to be.
Tell me something. Hold on now.
Hey,
Tell me something. Hold on.
Row.
Hey.
I'm just saying.
I can make it there. Huh?
No, because Bad Blood is on Chris's birthday. So
okay.
I say, hey Chris, I'm asking you early, do you want to go? Because it's on your birthday, and I just need to tell certain people I need some seats, and we in there. So just saying.
Hold on.
Hey,
we gotta talk after the show. We gotta talk after the show, brother.
Hey, we
gotta talk after the show.
Listen. Let me just say this real quick. RC just went straight black, like 100% there. First he was like, I don't know, man. I got this other show. But then as soon he say, man, I might not have to pay for ticket. Wait, hold on. Like somebody walking down the street and they turn around, like, hold on. What I meant to say was,
hey,
Hulk.
Hey, I'm close to 95, so listen, it ain't up but a word.
Hey, that free 99 changes things. That free 99 changes things.
Okay, Crime Time. I'm sorry I got off the subject, but no, I think this is leading to Kevin Owens going back to his former, the more vicious side of him, like when he first showed up. Because I was like, boy, this dude. Obviously I had been watching him way before he got to WWE, but I was like, oh, he came in on his Ring of Honor. That's what I called it when he got there. He came in on that Ring of Honor because he was that brutal, if not worse, in Ring of Honor. So, I like it though. It's a good pace and change for him.
Absolutely. What you got to say?
You said what?
What you got to say, brother?
For KO? KO, he always gonna stay around the main event because, like I said, they continue to tout. He had a single championship in 7-8 years, but he's always in those 7-8 years. He's always stayed around the main event. He always had a big match at a lot of these shows, so he's gonna stay relevant. So it ain't like he's going down the card. That ain't what KO do. They always use them at the top of the card, either putting somebody over or getting some tag titles or something.
Right.
So, like, it's going to be between him, Randy, and Cody for a little bit. Because, like I said, Solo going to be involved with, the real tribal chief. Got to put the ones up for him. He going to be back real soon. Put the ones up. You know what I'm saying? But that's where he going to be. He going to be in that mix right there. Because I don't know when they going to do Randy and Cody one-on-one. Because the year been going by fast, and Rock going to be back sooner than you think. So they better get that Randy and Cody in sooner or later. So and KO might be right in that mix too. So
That's such a big program. I would. That's WrestleMania worthy, right? That program. Oh,
Yeah.
it is,
man, that'd be nice.
but
Yeah,
we
so
just don't know where Rock coming in with Cody because we all waiting on that.
I mean,
Right.
go ahead, Lonnie.
I was just going to agree that that's WrestleMania worthy. I know time's moving fast, and again, I know we talked about Rock saying, when he comes back, he's coming back for Cody. I mean, that could be, if Rock's schedule allows it, that could be a Royal Rumble match. You know what I'm saying? Because he's trying to get it back from Cody, and then now the other wild card is now Roman's going after Solo, so the Rock is going to have to address that as the final boss too. That whole
You
we
think
family thing. You know what I'm saying?
you think the Rock is gonna wrestle at the Royal Rumble?
Potentially,
It's possible.
it's possible.
I mean, well, the Royal Rumble is a stadium show now too, so
Yeah.
But all these shows are big now, so it's like it could be any of these shows now almost. And plus, we got Raw on Netflix. What ain't no telling what's gonna happen on that.
I mean, as we saw this previous WrestleMania season, anything can happen. So I mean, and Cody alluded to it last night. We all thought Kevin Owens was going to turn on Cody. All this stuff was going on. So they really got us fans in limbo. We're suspecting that this Randy Orton match may take place. It may just not. It may not take place. It may not take place.
I love wrestling in this place.
But didn't Cody mention something? I know we're gonna get to it later, but Cody kind of mentioned something on the post show about him getting in the ring with Orton. Say it would have to be some type of big reason for it or something along those lines. If I can find the quote.
Just said right now there are no plans for it, and he was just saying it would be a big deal if it happened, but there's just no plans for it right now. Which he could be swerving us, so I don't take that with a grain of salt. Or
Right, because why would he say it would be?
Right. So,
hey, considering what happened to Orton last night, who knows, right? Man, but plenty more to come on that. I think that there's we're left in a cliffhanger, ladies and gentlemen. We want to know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Let us know your thoughts on that. Should Kevin Owens go on his own revenge tour, or does Kevin Owens just be the cuddly teddy bear that he is?
oh, wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's. Oh, I don't know where that came from. I don't know how that came out like that. But let's go on right to let's go right to Randy Orton versus Gunther. Let's talk about that match. An old school battle. I loved it. It was an old school fight.
Yeah.
It was Harley Race. It was right up there with Harley Race. It was old school. Jacoby, what's your thoughts?
Man, look, hey, let's get in the ring and beat the brakes off each other. We'll apologize afterwards. Like, that took me back to when me and Hex used to have matches. We was good outside the ring, but when we got in the ring, you would have thought we hated each other. But we went in there and beat the snot out of each other, and then we went and had drinks afterwards. Like, it was good. It's a good hard-hitting match. In any Randy Orton match, you're waiting for about 3 or 4 moves. Of course, the RKO is at the top. I loved how, if you notice, if anybody watched the pre-show, because I was cleaning and grilling while I was watching the pre-show, and Gunther was talking about how he has to train both sides because if somebody messes up his right arm, he got to have his left to throw strikes, and that's exactly what Randy was like. It all tied into each other, is what I'm saying. Everything that the interview was talking about, and like he had a promo package basically, and it was his workout training for the match. everything that he talked about being hurt in the match, Randy was working on. It's like as if Randy watched the video and said, "I'm gonna target that. I know he liked to strike with his right, so we're gonna take that out of his arsenal." Like it's the little stuff like that. Plus, of course, the action. Randy tossing Gunther around. We haven't really seen Gunther toss like that since he been there. Even when Randy set up the steps, I said Randy trying to get powerbombed through the table, but he ended up getting Gunther. Like I was like, oh, it worked for the guy that set it up, because in wrestling, stuff never works for the person that sets it up. So it was good, methodical pace, great storytelling through action, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I wasn't mad at the finish at all. It made sense because Gunther can finish you with about 5 moves anyway. So to use the sleeper like he's been doing, like he used in the tournament, like he used to win the title, if I know that move can win me matches, I'm going to keep doing it. Gunther's a rather large individual, and he's on your back. Even when Randy slammed him and got him off, I said Gunther's about to snatch him right back into it. And I said that should be the finish. And that's exactly what happened. And I was, like I said, I was thoroughly pleased. But I loved the post-match moment because it was a callback to SummerSlam 04 with Randy Orton and Chris Benoit. Benoit did the same thing for Orton that Orton just did with Gunther. Like, it all came back around. And we don't often see Gunther. I think that's the first time I've seen him do that with somebody after a match. Because the only other person he probably should have did that with is Dragunov, because Lord, they kill each other. But that's another story. But I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I just want to add, because Jacoby did a thorough breakdown of the match already. I was going to comment on the handshake. That is like a passing the torch type of thing, especially in Gunther's home country. Now, what I want to, I want to add another name to that list, Jacoby, that I think Gunther should have did that with too, was Sheamus. Because they beat the brakes off each other too. Like Dragunov, Sheamus, and Orton. Yeah, that is showing. Because I'm expecting Gunther to have a year-long reign.
Absolutely.
I'm expecting him to have a year-long reign at least. I don't know who's going to step up now, but man, the match, I think he did a good breakdown in the match already, but the post things, which I like, it's interesting as well. It's like, yeah, that if he can be face if he wanted to right now, but he's probably not. I'm just saying the way that ended.
Right. The face in Germany, definitely.
Yeah.
They probably gonna cheer him either way, and I'm glad he did. Mostly I like about it was Ludwig Kaiser taking the mic from Samantha out of nowhere, just putting his hand out like, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. I gotta introduce my boy.
Oh, you're good to do.
My favorite part of it.
Yeah, he be getting it in, and I'm glad they're increasing his role too in the company. I really am.
Exactly. He came out afterwards, gave him a handshake, gave him a hug. 'Cause, they've been rocking for forever, and so that was one of my favorite moments of the match. Him and Ludwig, but like I said, hard hitting or throwing that man around like he'd been thrown around before, going back and forth. But them chops and like I said, Gunther can beat you any kind of way. And the chokehold, and this is a definitive win for Gunther. Unlike King of the Ring, it was a definitive win. And he showed it tonight, and that's why Orton gave him that respect. Like, hey, I showed up last time, and you corrected that, and I got to give you your props. You ain't no fluke champion. Oh, right. You supposed to be here. You going to the next level. Even the commentators were saying, hey, Gunther's the future. He's now in the future. So it's a great first match, first defense for Gunther, and I'm waiting to see even more. I'm trying to think about who's next for him. I'm trying to see who's going to be coming up next.
I have something I want to say about that, but I'm gonna wait to see where Sean goes with the next match.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to talk about it now?
Yeah. It's about CM Punk, but I didn't know which direction you were going. Like what he said.
Oh, he did say something. Yeah.
He said post show, whatever. He's gonna put eyes on the main event because he got next essentially. But what he said was, it's very intriguing. He said, "Now that I'm done with Drew, he's not done with Drew. They got
Oh
they got to have a rubber
no,
match."
That's over.
Drew said the
That's
same
over.
thing.
That's over.
Drew said the same thing.
no.
A rubber match, bro.
We knew
Hey, it gotta be a
we knew Drew wasn't done because he still had the bracelet. As long as he had that bracelet, that was never over. Like it's time for both of them to go do something else now.
No,
No,
bro.
man.
That
It's gonna be
rivalry
one
been
more
going on
match, man.
now.
One
One
more,
more.
bro. One more.
Yeah,
A strap
blood.
match,
That's perfect.
you don't. That is, but
Yeah.
you don't need They don't need another match. That was a strap match. That was a great blow
Oh, come
off. Like,
on.
y'all don't think that was a good blow off?
No, that was
No.
that was the second match, and then
Drew
one
got his
more.
win. Punk got his win. Let's get number
Oh,
3.
yeah, okay. Yeah, y'all want the trilogy. Okay. Y'all want
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
okay.
I
All
mean,
right. Got each
Cody
other with that
himself had a
Denzel. All
trilogy.
right. Okay.
Look here, but
Huh?
Cody himself had a trilogy, and Cody won every time.
Hey, man.
Trump.
He had a
You look
jewel
like
in his soul.
Denzel.
He had to
You
get it.
you look like Denzel off Training Day right now, for real though.
Oh, no.
All right. Okay. Uh-huh. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Y'all be wrestling with Pelican. Hey, I'm through with you.
Hey, fellas, but listen, I'm with it all. I mean, whether it's a third one or not, I mean, I don't know, man. They rocked the house last night. Let's talk about that match.
Hey.
Let's talk about CM Punk and Drew McIntyre.
For
Oh,
me,
man.
match of the night for me.
Hey, man. Maybe.
For me.
I got you. But, I mean, it was good, though. Like I said, going back for all the damage they did, Punk went through a table. And then my favorite part was when they've done it before, because I remember doing I think it was with JBL and Eddie, where Drew was carrying Punk on his back, going to each turnbuckle, and then Punk came around behind him on top, hitting the same one. That made me think about JBL and Eddie Guerrero. They had their match like that. So that was my favorite part. That was my favorite part of it. And I'm glad that Punk, to keep this man down, this man was like what, about 4, 5 GTSs?
Yeah.
About 5 of them, yeah. So that was smart on his part to keep this man down, because every time they did it throughout the match, they built up to that. Because every time they did it, both of them kept waking up or stopping them from getting that last turnbuckle. So I enjoyed that he kept him down. He finally got his bracelet back. So now that part of the story could be over, now we get back to Drew wanting to keep this going and say, I just can't live with him getting a win over me, like, or something like that. And say, I gotta settle it. I got my win. He got his win. Let's settle this man. A lot of people saying Hell in a Cell, Bad Blood. It makes sense.
Well,
I think that's where it goes.
happened that bad blood over the years.
Yeah, that's true too.
I mean, we saw what happened to Kevin Nash at Bad Blood. I mean, but you know,
Oh Lord.
Man, go ahead
Oh,
on all that, man.
the Triple H.
This 2003 talk, man. This old 2003 talk you got going on, man. Oh my
I was
god.
doing a reign of terror. Jesus.
Yeah, goodness,
Ugh.
man.
You need to get a
So
sound effect.
bad.
Triple H theme song every time you put one in. Down.
Hey,
that's the last time we heard Bad Blood.
Hey, Sean.
Every episode.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You probably shouldn't have brought that match up, because that match was not good. But that's another topic.
Hey, I'm not with it if it's good or not. The boy won. The boy Trip did his thing. I don't care if it was good.
That's all he care about. That's all he care about.
Yeah, that's all I care.
All I'm gonna say about that match. Well, the first thing I gotta say is look in my eyes and tell me what you see. I had to do it. I had to do it. I had to do it. Listen, the gimmick matches like that, you got to have the right people in there to pull those off. And those two gentlemen did exactly what they were supposed to do. Even with Punk finally getting to that last turnbuckle, he drew it out like he was supposed to. And I don't know if y'all felt like it, but every time he went back to do another GTS, I was like, oh, he could mess this up. Drew could get out. Like, it could turn out bad.
Yep.
But Punk emotion and his pride is going to want to keep doing it until he know he's down. But I'm thinking, even on that last one, I'm like, bro, he's down. Just go to the turnbuckle, slap the turnbuckle. Nah,
Right.
he had to hit one more, and then he got the bracelet. Now, once he got the bracelet, I said, okay, this is game. But Drew McIntyre just picking him up and dropping him through that table like a little kid was hilarious. That was probably one of the funniest spots of the night, because it's just, it was so effortless. You know what I'm saying? Just here you go, boom, and then like a sack of groceries or something. You know, so I thought it was well done. Even Drew attacking Punk during the entrance, Drew did as a heel. Drew did exactly what you're supposed to do, because in the beginning stages of your wrestling training, as a babyface, you're taught to never turn your back on the heel, and I see it happen all the time. But back in the day, that never used to happen because that was a rule. You don't, because if you're beefing with a guy, you turn your back on him. Why wouldn't he attack you? So when Punk got on there doing his entrance and Drew attacked him, I thought that's a perfect start to this match. You know what I'm saying? Because we got animosity, we got vitriol, we got anger. So Drew was ready to throw down from the moment Punk got out there. I was thoroughly pleased. That was my match of the night as well, Lonnie. The strap match, easily.
Yeah. That was a perfect example too of less is more, because it's so easy. I think sometimes this shows true professionalism, in my opinion. It's so easy to get overshadowed by a what's the term I want to use? A match with a stipulation or a gimmick match, however you want to say it. But it's so easy to get over, and you do big spots and things like that. It's so easy to get overshadowed. But those two boys, those are workhorses. You know what I'm saying? They worked that match.
Kept it simple, kept hitting their finishes.
Yeah. It was, and that's my reason behind it.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah, I was thoroughly entertained just because the length of the story, what they did, and how they executed. It was excellently executed, in the words of Bret Hart.
One of my guys.
That match again was done well with the psychology, and I mean, I'm interested to know. Like I said, I wouldn't be opposed to a part 3 at Bad Blood, or if it just ended here. I wouldn't be opposed to either one, man. But it was perfectly done, well done. It was like a well done steak, ladies and gentlemen. But I mean,
that sounds delicious.
It sounds good. Let's move on. Let's talk about Bonnie and Clyde. This love story just gotten out of hand. Let's talk about the newest couple on the block, Dirty Dom and his good thing, his baby, his Liv Morgan, and we got the Terror Twins raising all kind of terror. Then we got Rhea and Damian Priest. He might be a B+ player, I don't know, but we'll talk about that later. Let's talk about.
Don't do that man like that.
I'm sorry, y'all. I hear Paul
10 today.
Hey, Paul
gave him the
my
ball,
bad,
man.
Let's talk about that match. I thought it was a thriller. But Jacoby, what's your thoughts, brother?
Tag match, like every match in the card hit. This was probably, I would say, like I knew, I kind of was like, I got an inkling of what's gonna go down, but then they got in there and they really was putting in work, and I said, oh wow, they're doing it. But then when the Terror Twins got the upper hand, I said, where's everybody else? And like on cue, they showed up. So a couple of the spots was funny, like JD not seeing Priest coming around that corner like a freight train and knocking him into the table was good. But I liked it. Rhea getting her hands on Dom for a second was cool. Like, obviously, you can tell this is gonna keep going for a while. Even with Damian, Ron, I cannot see Finn Balor and not think about you when I see him. Every time I see Finn Balor, I say his name like you used to say it all the time.
Oh yeah,
so
Finn Balor.
Yeah, Finn Balor. And he used to have the member lonely jackets and stuff. Oh my gosh! So it was just like, it was good. I want to see how far this does go though. But I enjoyed the match. It was pretty good. Like 2 people beating up 4 or 5 people is kind of crazy to me. But when you got 2 people like that, okay, you know what I'm saying? I'll run with it because they just jumped them. So at some point they're gonna have to get the upper hand. I think I was looking forward to that match the least, but I was still highly entertained by it.
Yeah, this was my most fun match of the night for me because, but I thought Liv and Dom needed to win this match. I had predicted that the Terror Twins was going to win, but I feel like
Yeah.
Liv and Dom needed to win this match because they've been getting beat down on them for the most part ever since SummerSlam. But they got like one time they got the upper hand on the Terror Twins. But other than that, they kind of looking weak, man. That's why I thought they was gonna win this match. I thought Finn Balor had a good plan to interfere at the right moment, but Damien Priest kicked out of that frog splash from Dom. And so I was like, when he kicked out of that, we see where it's going. But it was fun.
Right.
I like both of Rhea and Damien Priest getting what's it called? What's the Razor Ramon?
Razor's Edge.
It's Razor's
The Razor's
Edge,
Edge, yeah. That was a great moment in the match. And the crowd got real hype when Rhea put Dom in that leg submission in the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
The crowd loved that part. And I feel like they building up to him getting the riptide. That's why he ain't got it yet. So they building up to that moment.
Right.
So and that's the crowd gonna go crazy right when that hits too. And Rhea and Damien Priest said they're not done with them, so it's gonna continue. But
Right.
the Judgment Day has to get some upper hand. They got to get a plan going some kind of way. They got to do something good because they looking mad weak. Y'all got like five members in your group, and they only against these two. Do something with your life.
They need some muscle.
Come on now.
They need some muscle in that thing.
Hey,
they do, but they've already got too many people in the group. Come on now.
They need an enforcer.
Yeah.
hey.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Go ahead, Crump. I wait till you finish, man. I got so much to say now. You just gave me some extra.
But Damien Priest was that muscle for them, and you lost him and Rhea. Rhea was that too, pretty much. But you lost, and you lost both of them. So, and you was left with Carlito. you left with the fro and the apple. I mean, I don't know what that's.
That's cool, ladies and gentlemen.
It ain't cool. They losing, man. It ain't cool.
Well, they were supposed to lose this one.
He said it ain't cool.
It ain't cool, man. They supposed to do something better than this.
Well,
but like to tell you the truth, I love them too. And I what? What?
Oh, we ain't got time. We ain't got time.
Yeah,
we got
time.
Somebody check that man's blood pressure. Check his pressure.
Hold on now. They ain't got nothing to do with the situation. Boy, that's the glorified.
Go ahead. Go ahead on.
Anyway, don't get me off subject. Either way, Rhea and Damien showing now how dominant they are, and it's gonna continue. But I think Rhea wants to get that women's world championship back, and I think that's leading to that.
Yeah.
And Damien Priest wants to get Finn Balor 1-on-1, and that's who they're going for going forward.
I would add to that. The match was fun. I'll say the match was fun. You know, I'll leave it at that. And, you know, I expected Rhea and Damien to be dominant as they were. Can I ask this question real quick? Is Carlito officially a part of Judgment Day?
I don't know.
Yeah, this new one. Yes. The new one.
Yeah, there's a new person, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was easy. Okay. So I think, to RC's point, I think they are, because they prolonging Finn and Damien. And they prolonging, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we can always say they're going to do a series of matches, maybe end up Mania. We can all jump that far ahead or whatnot. But I think right now the idea is Rhea's going to get the title back from Leah, maybe in a month or two. But at the same time, she's going to, you know, Riptide Dom, all in the same match.
Right? Yeah.
And I think that's where that would go. And with Damien and Finn, you know, I don't know where they want to go with that just yet. I know it's going to happen, but I guess they want to add more to it. But to your point, RC, about they trying to get the upper hand, it's gonna be a tough hill to climb, man. They got to reevaluate because those two are over. They're strong. I mean, Rhea can like China, man. She can beat the dudes down. Yeah. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying. And Dom, if he ain't gonna wear a great heel tag for the rest of the year, I mean, this dude getting booed extra loud now, from heel to greater heel.
Yeah.
He said
when I was on the yard. When I was on the yard, boy, he said that in the video game. I lost my mind when he said it in the video game. Oh
boy.
when I was on the yard.
So Dirty Dom. Dirty Dom.
That
So
dude is doing an excellent job.
Yeah,
let me
yeah,
ask
he
you
is.
a question. So do we see Liv versus Rhea for the championship at Bad Blood?
Possibly.
That got to
I
be
think
where
that's
they're
their next
going.
paper. They've got to, because you're gonna have to sell some tickets for that show. So you got to put these marquee matches on, and I think that's
Right.
their next event anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think because it's not like it's September, but it's not like they're doing Unforgiven anymore. I miss the good old days. But anyway,
Well, well, they had they had two shows in August too. That's probably why they're not doing it in September.
right. Oh, that's a good point, Lonnie.
Yeah.
They did. They spaced them out, but it was 2 shows in August.
August was a long month. Golly. Jesus.
Right.
Cool. Let's move on. Let's talk about my girls. Boy, them girls came in, did their thing, man. Let's talk about my girls, Jade and Bianca. The storm came through Germany. I don't know if y'all saw the weather reports, but the storm came through Germany, and man, was it some type of it was apocalypse. I mean, it was that bad.
Lord.
Apocalypse.
There was no lights, nothing. The storm came through, completely shut down Germany. These girls brought back those tag titles, man. So I want to know, first of all, was it worth it for these girls to win in Scotland? That now they lose it. But guys, what's your thought?
I'll say
Yeah,
yeah.
they had a good month or two reign. They had
Yeah,
a couple
it was a good run.
defenses. So
And
they
it
did
gave,
a good job.
I'm sorry, go ahead. My bad. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they did a good job. And they did better than I thought they was gonna do in this match. They shown they a real team. The teamwork is there, back to back offense, and they had them on the ropes. But I think this is probably Jay's best match to date in as far as going in tag teams. And they were touting that she's finally reached her 100th match ever. Like this is our 100th match ever that she competed in. Like AEW, WWE, whatever you call it. This is our 100th match
Oh,
on this tour. And so she's coming along well better than before. Like this is I think this is her best match, and she was the key to this match. Key to win this match because if Bianca got those knees up the top rope from Alba Fire or that Swanton, but it would have been over. So she pulled Bianca out the way of that, and that was the turning point of the match. And Jade and Bianca capitalized.
boom.
So I feel like they're gonna hold it for a good long till 2025, and that's when we're gonna lead to the WrestleMania match. Well, where everybody will think it's gonna be the WrestleMania match with Jaden versus Bianca, but right now they kicking all cylinders. I don't think nobody gonna beat them for a good while, till 2025.
Go ahead, Lonnie.
I was just gonna say, one of the things that brought Jade to WWE from AEW specifically is that she said this is the place to, have a larger platform to do things. See, my mind goes a lot of different ways in this things. She said in the post show that they've been working all week on this tour. We forget they were in Europe all week, so they had time to cram for whatever they wanted to do leading up to that match. And by the time you get to that match, you better have it under control. You know what I'm saying? So that extra work, it was definitely helpful. You know what I'm saying? So in that regard, I am happy for them. I'm glad they won. I'm hoping they do keep it to 2025. And I really hope they get some kind of credibility to the women's tag division in WWE, because that is just so up and down to me. You have a good thing going, then something happened, and then it's like then you're bouncing the title around every month. And I hope that they really kind of get a steady roll with this.
Cool. Go ahead, Jacoby.
Again, I was my personal opinion, I thought this was gonna be a squash. Because when if you look at how everything is played out, they've been ducking them. Then when Cargill had a one-on-one match with one of them, she destroyed her. Like it wasn't particularly close. You know what I'm saying? It was, the way it was booked. And I was like, ooh, they probably gonna kill these girls the next time. They got in them, but I'm glad that the Unholy Union got the tag titles for the simple fact it gave Bianca and Jade a purpose. Sometimes being a champion is one thing, but the real me is in the chase. That's how it always is, and that's just what it's going to be. The money is always in the chase. You got it's when you're going after the heel. That's when people get most vested because they want to see you win. You know, but it gave Bianca and Jade something to do, something to go after, because quite frankly, nobody should ever beat them, and not probably me in a shoot fight either. Like those are some incredible women. But so no two women on the roster unless it's like Nia Jax and Piper Niven. Like it's got to be some larger life females to compete with them. Seriously, you know what I mean? But the match was thoroughly entertaining. The tornado DDT off Jade was probably my favorite spot in the match. Like I thought that was just I said, oh, that was so creative. Like that was super, super creative. And of course, what's his Isla Dawn and what's the other girl's name? A tag team partner.
Alba Fire.
Yeah, Alba Fire. And so it's Isla Dawn that missed the spot, and like she missed it bad, but it was what it was because she was supposed to help kick out and just was late. But other than that, I was like, this match was pretty cool. I like their tag team finish. So I wasn't expecting a lot from this match going in, but I left saying, man, I really enjoyed that one. So, and I think like Ron was saying, and Lonnie, they'll keep the belts to 25 until their split happens. But here's the twist on the split. It won't be Jade that goes heel. I think they finally gonna flip Bianca. You heard it here first. I'm just saying.
I agree.
Oh, that'd be nice there.
I agree. Bianca ain't ready for the storm.
Right, because it's so many ways you can go with it, and it clearly looked like the obvious thing to do would be to turn Jade because she's naturally a heel to me. You know what I'm saying? But why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not change Bianca? Because Bianca ain't been a heel at this level. She had been before, but not when you at the top. You know what I'm saying? So I think that'd be something good to see, even if she's only a heel just for this program, just like Shawn Michaels was a heel just for that program with Terry. So I think it'll work, but I think that'll be a good twist to flip Bianca. And me and Chris have been talking about that. So just saying, if you ain't heard that from nobody else, I heard it from the light skinned man.
Yeah. And when she go heel, she gonna lose that ponytail because they gotta give her a new feel if she turns heel on the main roster.
You think so?
Yeah, I think she's gonna lose the ponytail if she turns heel.
I think she would just use the ponytail more as a weapon, as a heel.
She could, but I don't know. But that ponytail, they got that thing on sale right now. That is like a selling point, and that's what a lot of girls come up. They dress like that. And so, for her to be a heel and not have that, girls want to be like me. I'm doing this for all the little girls here and there. You got to change your look. I mean, that's if she's going full blown here. If she's doing it just for this feud, then maybe not. But
I mean, if she go heel, they better get some Kleenex and have them girls crying. That's all.
You're right.
That's probably gonna happen. But hey,
that's all.
But you're right.
But I think it was either the beginning part of this year or last year. It looked like she was about to become a heel anyway.
Yeah,
because
she didn't want to be cool with Bailey.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, look at what Bailey did with her. Did to her.
Yeah, she was fighting them girls for 2 years.
I mean, that wasn't necessary. I don't think that was a heel face thing. I think that was just like, look, we done meant too much, and then you kept bothering me. I don't like you. I ain't gonna sit here and fake it either.
Right.
I mean,
that's what that was.
So guys, think a little bit. Who is there? Do the Unholy Union, do they get their rematch, or is somebody else going to come up and challenge Jade and Bianca?
Well, I heard it got a number one contender match on Raw, I believe, against Damage Control, maybe. I think I saw.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I want to see. This is who I want to see get a shot. And I can't remember their name right now. What is Shayna Baszler's Zoe Stark's team name?
Pure Fusion Collective, PFC.
Them, right?
What?
It's what?
The what? What's their name?
Pure Fusion Collective, right?
What?
Pure
Yeah,
future.
Pure Fusion
so
Collective.
Pure Fusion, like
What is
Dragon Ball Fusion.
Yeah, like
Yeah, man.
Oh,
fusion?
oh, okay.
wait a minute, y'all didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, they had a new name, but I just that ain't stick with me. That didn't stick with me. I don't know.
Hey, sound like you want to put that. Sound like you want to put that in the box with Foley. The way you just responded to it, the way your face looked there.
Got
Oh, no, holding the box by itself in the cardboard box on the side of the road.
But I want to say,
you come on the side of the road.
okay. Anyway, I think they should get. If they build it right, that could be a good match for them, strength for strength wise. Zoe's not weak; she's strong. Shayna has some tight grips. I think that could work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but ain't they the ones who got pinned in that triple threat match, threat tag team match at
Yes.
Clash of the Castle?
But that was triple threat though.
Yeah,
Well, they got to get some wins off because I don't think and Damage Control already been. Don't they have a win on them already? Or who was that?
no, that was Damage Control.
Because it's Zelina Vega, I
We
believe.
got the power, we got the rage.
And they turn face out of nowhere, so it's like I don't know where the women's tag team division going, man.
Mm-hmm. I have no clue.
Right.
No clue. But
Somebody let me know.
Things might be in order now that the champs are back. Bianca and Jade, the champs are back. Things might be in order, ladies and gentlemen.
I would hope so.
Yeah. Man, let's roll on to this topic here. There was something interesting about the post show. Of course, we know Paul Levesque wasn't there. I mean, I was sad, but anyway, something interesting took place. Cody Rhodes, not only did he talk about his match, but he handled business affairs as well. Fellas, what does that say about the position and the weight that Cody Rhodes holds now in the company?
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not surprised. Not because he's the WWE champion, because he's a Rhodes.
Yeah.
Dusty and Triple H work closer together in NXT. Dusty has always been a creative mind in the business. When he used to run things for he came up with the War Games match for crying out loud. And then we used to come up with things back in the NWA, WW days, things of that nature. So I'm not surprised. That runs in his blood. That he would handle business. And Cody even said at one point, when it's all said and done with him in his in-ring career, he wouldn't mind kind of transitioning to that type of role. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not surprised for one.
Quick, Crump.
Yeah, because you got even superstars coming to him. It was on a live event. I think I told you about this. What's the dude from Legado de Fantasma? Escobar. He was saying to Cody, we want a PLE in Mexico. Why would he say that to Cody? In front of everybody. I mean, because show me that means superstars looking at him to get some things done. You can put in a word, do something like that. So a lot of people look at him. I mean, and he was already we already see him as he was an EVP in AEW. So he knows what he's doing already. He just transitioned over here, and he still want to be in ring. And there's already people up there in the higher seats, but they still could come to him for ideas or what you think we should do, or just have a conversation in meetings just like that because he's already had that experience.
Can I add something?
Go ahead.
Can I add something? I want to bring up the fact that AEW last week, for the last 2 years, had All In Wembley Stadium. What was the event? Who ran with other two? Who ran the first All In sold out in minutes?
Cody.
So he has that experience too.
Yeah. So I mean, that's where he's supposed to be at. Like I said, he's transitioning. I mean, because Cody even said he wasn't going to be wrestling at past a certain age. But he keeps changing that age. But but he's already making plans for that. But he wants to also be that quarterback and hold the ball, and that's what he's doing right now. So, but he's always a planner. He wants to be that leader, and so people gonna look to him. So, I mean, like I said, it makes sense.
Jacoby, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
So, I'm sorry, these things is coming to me now. So based on what happened earlier
You
this
good.
year around Royal Rumble WrestleMania season, when Cody was potentially told his match with Roman Reigns was not going to happen, he was willing to do business for business. He's willing to delay his title win or finishing his story in order for the company to have more eyes on the prize, if you will. Jacoby, what does that do for a man in the business? If you're running a company, what does that say to you for that man?
So I'm going to answer your question, but am I answering from the perspective of Levesque or am I answering from the perspective of Cody?
You can go both, bro. You go for both.
Who am I? Like, am I answering? Well, I answer both of them. As far as Cody, that'd be a hard pill to swallow because he found out at the Royal Rumble that he's winning the Royal Rumble, but he might not be getting his title shot, which is crazy because that's a crazy high to be mixed in with a crazy low. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I don't know. I would have been pissed off. Hey, you winning the Royal Rumble, but you ain't getting the WrestleMania title shot. Like, that would cause confusion, but he overstood the whole situation and saw the bigger picture. And by him, and this is that's a life lesson. Sometimes you just got to be patient, even when it seems like things ain't going your way. Because by him being patient and not blowing up about it, he ended up it worked out for him anyway in the end. I see Triple H's point on why they would do that because they've been trying to do that main event for a couple years, and now it finally worked out to where they could do that. But again, even Triple H and The Rock was smart to say we can't. They didn't want to pull a Vince McMahon and go against the grain because a crowd will hijack a show, and so that would have affected me. I don't know if I would have been able to do what Cody did, because that was real big of him to not. I mean, because he didn't blow. Like he found like let's think about that. He found that out at the Royal Rumble that he probably wouldn't get his title shot, but nothing was said for a couple weeks. The Rock didn't come back for another couple weeks after that. So that means he just had to hold on to that and basically play a facade like I'm going to WrestleMania when in reality he knew he wasn't gonna go. So kudos to him, man. That dude, that's a huge show of character because I don't know a lot of people that would be able to handle that. And what was the original question? What subject were we on? Because I didn't.
Yeah.
What were we on? Because I.
That was well said. Well said. And Lonnie, what such a great question. But the original question was, what does this say? That Paul Levesque is out, and he could have chose Michael Hayes. He could have chose anybody, but he chose Cody Rhodes to handle business affairs.
Okay, thank you for chaperoning that for me.
And my pleasure. My pleasure. My pleasure.
Cody,
It's what's best for business.
the position, Cody, and you're an A+ player. See what I did there?
Right.
So, as far as where Cody is, his position, Cody, you can look at Cody as a player coach right now. That's what he is. He's a player coach. So he's in tune. He's in tune with the roster while he's in tune with the office all at the same time. He's all in. He's an all-in-one. He's a wrestler executive, if you want to call it that, because he understands. It's all. God, it's gonna be funny, but he's a mini Triple H. That's what he is. Listen to what I'm saying. He's a mini Triple H because of this. Is Triple H not one of the greatest wrestlers of all time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not denying that.
And
It's
is he not-
Sean.
Probably the greatest heel.
Yeah.
Oh, say that again.
Right,
People in the
now.
back.
I'm done with you. But he's one of the greatest workers of all time. Not to mention he is killing his executive role. Now,
Oh, really?
he understands the business. He understands the business from the performer side, and he understands the business from the office side. What is Cody Rhodes doing right now? He clearly has the performer side down pat, and he has a ton of experience on the offense side. So who is just like that that's above him? It's Triple H. They are one and the same, which is why they work so well together. And why the roster feels comfortable coming to Cody, because they know he has a positive relationship with the office. So a wrestler going to the office may not get over that well. But if you send that middleman, if you send that guy that the office is comfortable seeing, that same bad idea from you will be a good idea coming from Cody. So he's a mini Triple H. He's the ultimate player coach right now. That's how I look at it, if that makes sense.
Love it. I love it. Perfect way. Oh man, so many golden nuggets. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you listen to that. It was a lot of jewels to be taken away from that. We heard that Triple H, we heard it here. Triple H is officially, they said, not me, they said Triple H is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. I don't want to misquote you. They said that he's also one of the greatest minds in the wrestling business. But I'm not going to get off on a tangent. I want to talk about your boy, Crump. I want to talk about your boy real quick, briefly, before we get into NXT. Your boy being in the number one contender picture for the Intercontinental title. I want to talk about your boy, Jey Uso. I want to talk about him. What's his chances of making it all the way through this tournament?
It's bittersweet to even talk about it, man. Because we know it's going. Braun ain't losing that belt right now, bro. Come on now. Much as Jey deserves it, Braun deserves it too. Raw is too stacked. And it's to the point where his daddy keeps saying, "Man, go to AEW." He dumb. He's upset with WWE right now. Rikishi is upset. Like he ain't never worked there before in his life. Like they just turned him down every turn of what he wanted to do with his life. That's the way Rikishi sound upset. He want this man to go to AEW to get his fair shake. I'm like, God dang, let them cook with Jey a little bit. But
listen,
I wish Jey wasn't in this tournament exactly. I wish go ahead and put this man with the bloodline like we all waiting to see with him. Because we don't want to see Jey lose a big opportunity again, big championship match again. We don't want to see that. We're gonna cheer him all the way up to the finals or probably to the match with Braun and be like, oh Lord, God dang. Here we go again.
He kind of like the Lakers, huh?
Hold on now.
No. Hold on now.
Lakers got they had 17 moments. Jey got him trying to get his first. Hold on. So they don't even correlate. They don't even correlate. 17 banners.
Oh,
Don't do that.
okay.
Either way. But like I'm saying, Jey gonna always be my guy. But Jey gonna always be my guy. But we see where it's going. So I'd rather him lose before he get to the finals or in a triple threat or however they're gonna do it, and let somebody else take the pin and let him move on to the bloodline. Let's get that story rolling when they plan to do, because we all know that's where it's going.
Yeah, because I don't think, as a matter of fact, I know he's not. First of all, there's no point in putting a singles championship on him right now. Absolutely no point, because we all know he's gonna get dragged back into this bloodline story. So I wouldn't even. And I tell people, do you want him to get a belt and give it right back, or you just want to wait until he can actually hold the championship? I think there's been enough elapsed time where he could have been a champion at this point, but Gunther was going to break that record, and they was going to do what they did with him. And of course, they went to put the world title on him already, which I think they could have and been just fine. But they had just started to run with Priest. So, like you were saying, Ron, Raw is, when you think about it, Raw is really, really stacked. He about to be a world tag team champion with Sammy.
They put that off though. We don't know when that's gonna happen. They put that off.
Sammy is okay. Well, I think if he's gonna do anything before this bloodline, so because we still got 3 months into Survivor Series, 2 months. I'm sorry. So which that'll fly by, but I don't see them putting no singles championships on him until after War Games.
Yeah. I would like to add something. I don't know if y'all saw it. I guess Ron Breaker said that nobody in the bloodline has ever beaten anybody in his family.
He did say that. Yeah.
And then Zillify
No,
too
they haven't.
responded to the tweet that be careful what you wish for, or something like that. Zillify too responded to the tweet. I mean to the message after he said it over the video or whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
not new manga. That's what I call Zilla. I call him new
yeah,
manga.
hey, that dude there. So another topic right there. But I don't. To the point, I don't think Jay should win the Fatal 4-Way. If anything, I think the Bloodline should cost him the opportunity to win. That can kind of get that ball rolling.
No.
That's what should happen, in my opinion, on that. And then Rikishi, calm down, bro. Even Jay done said himself, Pops, calm down. It's okay. It's okay, Pops. Just calm down.
Yeah.
Because
Let
Jay
him
still
calm
getting
down.
that check. He getting that check and he on TV.
Yeah, calm down.
Hey, Jay, his best life.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Longest ringing tag team champions. Many consider from the pre-show to D-show. Come on now. I think they're doing all right.
Right.
One time
Yeah, but
for the Heat Man. Huh?
Yeah.
he still need that single round, man. He need that single belt though. We gotta get him eventually.
Yeah, he will. I think he will.
Yeah, he will.
He will.
Then that pop is gonna
Fellas,
be
let's roll.
amazing.
Oh man, it's gonna be ballistic. It's gonna be bananas in there.
But who do y'all see winning in the Continental tournament?
Who they got matches on? They got matches coming up on Raw. Who else is gonna be in there?
I think Sheamus, Louis Kaiser, and Braun,
And Dragunov.
yeah, Bronson Reed in the match too. I think.
Oh, boy,
Bronson
I
Reed
told
is
y'all
in one
about
of
that
them
now.
matches.
I told y'all about that.
Well, it's gonna be Bronson Reed versus Breaker.
But I told you. That's coming.
That ring will get breaking.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, boy.
Gracious, that ring gonna stand a chance, bro.
Nope.
At all.
But they might not put him in there either, though, because if he put Bronson there right now with the momentum he got, it's hard to pick a winner out of Bronson and Braun Breaker right now. So
That dude,
I don't know
he is
if
killing
that
it right now, bro.
Yeah.
He is killing it.
But yo, it's like that momentum came out of nowhere though.
Not for him. He was pissed.
I like it. Yeah, I like it. Just for him because you never saw it coming. You never saw him. You never even thought about him attacking Seth Rollins. You never even thought about
Nope.
it. Oh! I just had a moment, Sean. You appreciate this? I'm sorry. I'm gonna read off a little bit. One of my favorite things that ever happened in the business. Kobe just said it. You never saw it coming.
Oh
When
yeah.
Triple H was revealed as the one who put the pieces in places to get Stone Cold ran over. I couldn't help but think about that just now.
Not
You
only
never
that.
saw it coming.
Shawn Michaels ain't see it coming
I
either.
did it for
Man,
the
go ahead on
people.
now. See, I said one thing.
I did it
I
for the
said
Rock.
one thing.
Shawn Michaels ain't saw it coming either.
I said one thing, Sean. You going all over the book now. I said one thing.
Okay.
Swear to goodness.
Yo, let's roll on to NXT. What we got? No Mercy tonight. We got No Mercy coming on.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about Jade. Miss Parker said this.
Miss Parker? Miss Parker.
Parker said this her time.
Boy, did y'all see that slap?
Yeah.
Boy.
What did the five fingers say to the face?
Man, I haven't got past the Miss Pocket part yet. y'all sitting there. If anybody seen that movie, that's another topic too, y'all. Well, anyway,
Yeah. Boy, I was
Hey,
having a cigar watching. I was having a cigar watching NXT when she did that. I about choked on the cigar. I was, damn,
tell your friends
it was
about
so
me.
loud.
boy, yo, Roxanne didn't get the whole sentence out.
So is this
I would
Miss
like to
Parker's
see.
time? Will she pull it off? Is this her time?
No, Roxanne's gonna retain. I'm calling it right now. Roxanne's gonna
Roxanne's too
retain.
good, man. Roxanne's too good right now. She on a roll right now, man. I wouldn't be mad if Jada got it, but Roxanne's too good right now.
Roxanne's gonna retain, man. She gonna have the big. So for somebody to beat her, it's gonna be somebody on the rise. And I think Jada's on the rise, but not like a Trick Williams to Carmelo type of rise. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's gonna have to be somebody like that that's gonna have to beat her. Maybe around Stand and Deliver or something. I don't know. But I don't think she's gonna lose. I pick Roxanne.
Yeah, me too.
Picking Roxanne. All right, Kobe, what you think?
You know what? I'm gonna go on the opposite end of the spectrum. I don't know, man. 'Cause they, as much as I be wanting her to lose, because I didn't even care for Roxanne when she was a babyface. I mean, she looked good, but I was just like, all right, we know you raw, we know you good, like we know you next up because they keep putting you in the Royal Rumble every year too, and then you be on Raw, and I like we know you next up. But I think they might, I think they might give it to Jada, and it might be time for Roxanne to move on. I know normally they don't do call ups until the stand and deliver time, but sometimes every now and then you get one that just goes. And I think this could be because they've been building Jada for a while, like from like a mouthpiece or eye candy to somebody that go in there and do business. And because if Roxanne doesn't lose to her, who else could she go? The only other person I can see is Sol Ruka.
Yeah.
After that, that's it. So because first of all, Sol Ruka got one of the dopest finishes I ever seen, but if Jada doesn't get it, that's the only other person I can see attempting to take it off Roxanne. Otherwise, y'all right, she'll have it to stand and deliver next year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They got to build all these other women up. They got a lot of women on the roster that's doing good things, but to beat Roxanne, they got to do a little bit more. Cause
Right. I even like when Thea went after her. I thought Thea might have had a shot. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Cool. So I'm gonna pick Jada Parker. No, let me stop. No, I'm picking Roxanne. Roxanne gonna pull it through. But let's switch over to the women's North American Championship. Let's talk about Carmelo's girl, Keilana Jordan versus Wendy Chu. Who y'all got?
Kalani,
I love me some Wendy. Lord.
Kalani, man.
Man, yeah, Kalani got that, bro.
Yeah, all day long.
I'm trying to, you love Wendy, but I'm just trying to figure out what she trying to do. Like, either you going to sleep, it's a nightmare, it's a regular dream. What's going on with this character?
Didn't she hit that girl with a pillow?
What's in this
Yeah,
pillow?
with the belt. But the pillow had the belt in it. It was a loaded pillow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
she took the belt from her and put the belt in the pillowcase. So she was hitting people with the belt in the pillow. So that's what that was.
I don't know.
They building that build up so that I don't see them taking it off the key. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind Wendy getting it because she's a much more serious character now. I mean, but yeah, they're not taking it off key, man. She got that or Kalani. I'm saying her name wrong, but and she's really good. In my personal opinion, I think her and Sol Ruka stole the show. I think that was at Heat Wave. You know what I'm saying? So she'll keep it, even though I wouldn't mind Wendy getting it, but they're trying to build that title up too. I wish they didn't downscale it so much though. They should have kept it a larger title.
Mm-hmm.
But I know why they did that.
Why they did that?
Oh, it's the female version. So why would it be as big as the male?
Got it. Lonnie, what's your take?
Look at any female version of any championship. I guess except the women's world title, they are not the same size as the male counterpart.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
I think I would agree that Kalani should keep it because I think she's trying to build something, and this could be her first like real rivalry for a while, you know. And I think in doing so, this will really have her like, okay, this Wendy's beat me down. I got to really fight back to make myself believable to beat her. You know, it could kind of cement her into a next level. And so when she defends titles in the future, it's like, oh, this is another level of her now. And I think gradually it can build from there. So I got Kalani winning, and I believe she should win for that reason.
Okay. Let's go on to Wesley and Zach Wentz. What's going on there?
Oh, where's Lee? Oh God, they trying to build his heel persona now, and he the one in WWE right now. So why would you let the guy from TNA get this dub right on him? Y'all fired this man. But now
They did
so
that.
they got to put forward this heel Wesley. I think Wesley the better wrestler anyway. Because he continue to tout, oh, he's the greatest North American champion of all time. I think that's being debunked by Obafemi right now. I feel like.
That's Obafemi. Yeah, Obafemi.
Yeah, sorry. He continue to say that, but okay, but you lost bad to Obafemi, so please stop saying that right now.
Yeah.
But he's still doing better than his teammates have done. So it's your time to prove that tonight. If you lose tonight, then what you switch for?
Right.
You switched on us to just get beat down. So I said, Wesley he gotta win tonight. It's a win or you look stupid.
Yeah. Wesley is going to win. To RC's point, if he was a beloved babyface and then turned heel just to lose, then what are we doing for tonight? You know, I know that's a bigger picture at the end of the road, but what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a roll. I got to roll with y'all on that, but I'm not gonna lie. I have seen WWE do this before, and then the guy that turned loses. One example I can give, and God rest his soul, is when Crime Time broke up. They did this. Shad turned on JTG, then they had a match, and JTG won. I was like, so why did he turn heel?
Right.
Like, so it's not completely out the rim for them, but in this situation, there's no way the TNA guy's gonna be a WWE guy that just turned heel and they finna turn him up. You know what I'm saying? Because if you looked at it before it happened, Wesley had nowhere else to go but to turn heel. Like there was nothing else to do with him as a babyface right now. Because obviously you'd be like, oh, he can go for the NXT championship. No, not yet. It's levels to it. Not saying he ain't ready for that, but the character, every time he loses a big match, he ready to quit. And what I do like is how his partner brought all that stuff up during the go home show. Every time you lose, you want to leave, you want to quit. When you was hurt, I might not have been in NXT, but I've been your tag team partner the whole time. Like, it was like, you get something you want to sink your teeth into, and that was one of those things. Like, this is, again, these are the parts of wrestling that I really enjoy, because both of them are spot monkeys. They're gonna get in there and do a bunch of stuff. It's gonna look cool, but why are you doing it? You see what I'm saying? Like when I watch wrestling, that's how I watch it. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? But for them to get in the ring and have that to have that back and forth, and Wesley really didn't want to hear about it. That whole banter that they had was a callback to like people in actual real life. People that don't want to hear the truth try to avoid it, or they say, well, you can tell yourself whatever you want to make yourself sleep at night. Like all the cliches came about in this promo. Like this is just how I watch it. You know what I'm saying? But to hear them talk like that, to get personal, hey Wes, when you was on the bench, I was with you. I didn't leave you because Wesley's whole thing is that Zach now left him by himself and all that. And then Zach came right back. It was like, why you ain't telling everybody everything? Why you ain't telling them about when you was hurt, when you was on the sideline, I was there for you. When your wife was at work, I was there for you. Like, I just like, oh, this is the good stuff. This is like Ron, you was just saying earlier that y'all wouldn't even that interested in the Cody and KO match until they did the promo on SmackDown. This was in fact the same exact thing, just a different story and a different level of the friendship, but it was the same exact thing. How they say same difference, which that never made sense to me until about now. But it was the same thing, but it was very different. So, but I'm saying all that to say, Wesley gonna beat that ass, but it was still, I still enjoyed the build up to it.
Awesome.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, and it's
Lonnie, you on mute. You on mute, Lonnie.
I was gonna say, man, I feel like that's a mic drop. I don't know what to say.
but only other thing is the third member of the wrestlers going to get involved.
I think
Is he
gonna
going to
turn
show
too.
up tonight?
He gonna help Wesley.
That'll be crazy. That'll be crazy.
Hold on, fellas. I just noticed that the record button is not on yours, RC. Do you see the red light?
See it on mine.
You see it on yours? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I would say that'd be great too if he do turn, because it'll give something else more powerful. Because I believe this. You have, I know we're gonna get to this. You have Tony D'Angelo and the family, and you have Chase U and all these different things. But another pivotal group would not be bad. It wouldn't be a bad thing, especially with that personal connection right now.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't be bad. So Wesley can lead a charge. I mean, he got to do something. Came back getting beat twice. So
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't win that number contender match, so he better win this match.
Right. Man, I'm interested to see what's going to happen.
Sound like somebody daddy when you said that.
So, who's going to win with Oba Femi and Tony D'Angelo?
Oba. I ain't going to let you finish the sentence. I ain't going to let you finish that sentence.
Oba. Next question. Thank you.
Thank you. I ain't trying to let him finish. Man, if you don't get Tony the hell out of here.
Hey, I gotta read the card. I'm reading the card. I gotta read
I
the
hear
card.
you, boy. Come on now.
I gotta read the card, man.
Hey,
Listen.
Let me take this one, please.
Go ahead.
Hey, man, if Open Femi didn't do the most gangster stuff I ever seen, when he showed up at Tony restaurant, G'd up, I said, "Oh, bro, we ain't playing no games now."
Gangster.
Yes,
I'm talking
sir.
about G. I stay gangstered up. Like and then, Tony, I can destroy everyone in this restaurant. But, man, WWE will pull a fast one on you, man, and have Tony win this match, bro. But
I'm gonna be upset.
I'm gonna pick Oba because I want Oba to win. Even though Tony's a cool dude, I really got this when I was in Orlando for that barbershop shoot. I got to chop it up with him for about an hour. Because that's when him and Trick were roommates. But that was I would definitely I'm gonna go with Oba, but I wouldn't be surprised if D'Angelo pulled it off. Because they might be calling for Oba already up top.
He need to go ahead and get on that main card, bro.
Man, come on, man. Not right.
No. I want to get that NXT title off of you paid. That's what I really want.
He didn't get that NXT championship.
NXT title.
You want him to get
Well,
NXT
what the hell you
champion?
gonna do? Beat Trick for it?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that's the match people want to see.
Yeah. Hey,
because they had a movie before.
Yeah.
Very. Hey, planted the seed so slightly.
Right.
So,
but with this match, boy, I was upset that time Tony D'Angelo, checked his shoulder in the back, like it interrupted Oba Femi's promo or interview. I was upset. I thought Oba was gonna beat him right there. But Oba said I'm gonna buy my time. I'm gonna get you tonight. Better be it.
Each other low.
You said what?
I said they had been disrespecting each other low key by by walking into each other's shots. Like old buddy from the Rockets, just walking in people's shots and stuff.
Yeah.
I said, this is what we finna be doing right. Dylan Brooks. Yeah, he was pulling the Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
I was like, we doing this. I said, okay, this is the next program. Now, let me, I'm gonna drop something on y'all, if it makes sense to you. If it don't, I understand. When you're watching these shows and you got a dominant champion, or a champion for any champion for that matter. Say for instance, all right, he's gonna win this match. Where could they possibly go next with him in this role? Because usually when somebody title reign ends, it's because they don't have nothing for them in this role. They need to transition them to something else, but they don't necessarily need that belt to go to what they need to do next. So I don't know who would be next for Oba if he does get past D'Angelo, which is why I'm kind of iffy about this match. Like, are they going to put it on D'Angelo? Because I don't see who could be next or over unless they're gonna keep bringing people down from the main roster for him to compete against too. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't think they're necessarily ready for him to move up. He's gonna be up there one day, but as a matter of fact, I don't think they're moving nobody because they about to go to the CW and they need everybody for that. So I don't think anybody's about to move just yet. Or if they do, they're gonna be on a two-way contract like the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Because some people just go back and forth. So, but everybody's about to move around. USA said we might be losing Raw, but we're gonna get SmackDown. So nobody's really losing here. But just when you watching these champions, just like, damn, if this doesn't work, or if they do get past this person, what could they possibly do next? Like, who could possibly challenge Obafemi if he does get past D'Angelo? Like, who on the roster is viable is what I'm saying.
But it doesn't have to be this roster. Remember,
That's what I said.
TNA
That's
is
what I
an
said.
option.
Oh, yeah. Good
TNA
job,
is an
Ron.
option. That's the match we're waiting to see right there.
Well, you putting over Triple H. I'm gonna put myself over. I have a pinfall victory over Moose. So go Jacoby.
Hey. Hey, well, there you go.
I
think that match should happen.
You know what?
Like I said,
Go ahead, Grump. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'll finish with it. I'll just say that should happen.
Well, since everybody talking about him, and everybody talking about they believe, after he loses tonight, some kind of way.
No, already with that one. All right.
After some kind of way, they'll probably throw him in there too.
We believe, bro. We believe.
I don't think I believe is he only got one outfit with this doggone blue silk shirt and these white pants. That's the only thing I believe.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
He ain't beat Ethan Page. If you want to go to that right now, he ain't beat Ethan Page.
Thank you, Carl. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
Speaking of that, your boy is a special guest referee. Ethan Page and Joe Hendry.
And a lot of people think Trick gonna turn on Joe Hendry or something like that. They think Trick gonna have a big say in
that, bro. Pete Dunne gonna interfere in all that.
Oh man, that can happen too. Dang, I don't know, but I don't see
Trick won't finish that match.
Yeah,
he said, "I'm sorry, hey man, you make sure you clip that part because I want to see it again." That Joker said, "I believe you only got one outfit."
One outfit.
I need that. If he win, I'll be surprised.
So you said,
and that will be my prediction. I said some shows back. A TNA wrestler get NXT title this year.
So you saying Joe gonna?
I did say that, so it could happen, but I don't know, Bo.
So you saying Joe gonna get it?
I think that'd be good. Have a TNA guy win the NXT championship and take the belt back to TNA. That ain't gonna do nothing but help TNA though. Like it's gonna cause more traffic. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's gonna cause more traffic and more eyes to get on each product instead of one product because it's gonna let's not get it twisted. Everybody, most of everybody in NXT know who these TNA guys that are coming in. So it's drawing eyes to the product, but let Joe Hendry mess around and win this championship, and then show up on TNA whenever it come on, and that's gonna drive that crowd there. He's a great conduit. That's what it is. He's a conduit. He can travel through the multiverse. You know what I'm saying? He can go both places with one singular title and just keep taking eyes with him each place he go. Even if he does have on the same outfit, he'll have the championship. So I think it's good. I hope he does get it. I don't see it happening. I like Ethan Page. I liked him when we wrestled together in Chicago. He's that character that he's playing is a character because he's not really like that, but he's been playing that character so long that he has mastered it. I mean, mastered that character. I met him in 2018, so he was doing that character then. And to see it now, to me, it's the exact same. As a matter of fact, Ron, you might remember when I went to Chicago and I did this gimmick battle royal. It's like a Halloween battle royal, and you just had to be a gimmick wrestler, and I was D-Lo, obviously, and but he was on the same card. He was, as a matter of fact, he was wrestling the Man Scout. Anyway,
The man.
he was that same character. The same character that he has now was the character he was then. So he's got it down pat. I enjoy his work because if you didn't know who he was before NXT, you should absolutely hate him. You know what I mean? He's that despicable. So I would like Joe Hendry to get it, but I wouldn't be mad if Ethan Page kept it either. Because it's all this is because Trick is chasing the title without chasing the title, if that makes sense. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what it's leading back to, him and Trick. It's all leading back to that. Like because again, it's how I look at the whole product. It's all leading back to Trick and Ethan Page. So, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just go ahead and say it like this here. Tell Joe Henry he can go back to singing songs after he loses tonight. And then tell him to get a new outfit. And then I think we'll be all right.
I mean, that's
What's up
it.
with this Mick Foley energy? Good Lord.
I ain't that in.
Now that's me.
I'm just saying, man.
That
I'm
ain't
looking
Mick
at
Foley.
the picture right now.
Yeah, like
I look at that thing when they show everybody walking to the building. He got the suitcase. He got the same, like 5 of the same outfits in the suitcase right now. That's what I believe.
hey,
So you do believe?
no.
About these outfits, yeah.
Listen,
He ain't paid. It's easy to pay for him.
no. Sean came on here talking about he believed. Sean came on here about 2 episodes ago talking about what he believed. Talking about Joe Hendry everywhere. He named 2 places.
Hey, that's everywhere. It's everywhere.
I heard you like this. What is going on? Do you know him?
Bro, no, I don't know him. Well, I tell you what I don't know. Why everybody so sold on him? Now look, no. Hey, I get passionate about wrestling too, bro. I mean, it ain't Mick Foley level like RC, but my thing is, I gotta see more.
Well, you might need to tune in to TNA. That boy blazing trails.
Wait, well, tell the digital audience what you see there. Tell me, help me.
He is Joe Hendry. What more I got to say? The boy's a living legend.
Man, okay. All right. Well, you know what? After this match, you know what I want to see? What I want to see is Oba. Can she keep his belt tonight? Ethan Page keep his belt tonight, and they build Oba up just like they was trying to build Keith Lee up. That's what I just popped in my head. Like they was trying to build Keith Lee up. Oba could be that guy. And he could, no, not that guy. Not.
No.
He was supposed to be. And he had both belts at the same time, and so I feel like they could pull him like that, push him like that.
To me, that was one of the ones we talked about. People who get called up. To me, that was one of the biggest letdowns because this man had defeated Adam Cole, who had the title forever when he was a North American champion. He had the title only for a month to get called up to do nothing.
Nothing. And they had the momentum, but it just stopped.
Right. And then they wanted Adam Cole to come be his manager.
Yeah.
Right. What the?
So Jacoby, speak to that. What happened? What happened with that? In your opinion?
You talking about the Bearcat situation?
Yeah.
Okay. So, bro, damn.
I was upset. I'm upset that he should have been way more than he was.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all now. Y'all was talking about the Judgment Day needing to enforce him. Run the enforcer for this group.
Hey, beer game on tap.
Strong, bro.
We'll start calling him Run Ross. Oh.
With the gold rope.
But that man, what happened with that situation was Vince McMahon. That's what happened.
Okay.
Vince McMahon is what happened. Because it was clear as day what you should have been doing with that guy. Look at the interaction he had with Brock Lesnar in the Royal Rumble. Mm-hmm. Even Brock Lesnar was like, damn, that's a big boy. When Brock Lesnar reacts to you, you got something. You know what I'm saying? So what happened, man, and that's what it was just Vince McMahon. Keith Lee, hopefully his contract can be over because I haven't seen him on AEW in forever.
So what happened there?
Hopefully
Remember
that
when
can
he went
end.
to
He went to, what happened? He went to AEW and got lost in the shuffle. I'm gonna be hot for a couple months. I might win something, and then I'm gonna fade off. And first of all, it's like way too many people on that roster. But hey, get your money. You know what I'm saying? But I do give them credit. They are purposely trying to rebuild Ring of Honor, and I hope that they succeed, because when a lot of companies are doing better, wrestling as a whole is doing better. So I never wish ill will on any promotion that's trying to improve. So, but I thought it was baffling when he bought it. But his contract needs to end, and if he goes back now, even though black people ain't booked that great in WWE right now, if he goes back now, I feel like Triple H square him away like he had him in NXT. You see what I'm saying? Like it'll if you notice, Bronson Reed is a great example. He, got called up, didn't last long. Triple H got in charge, brought him back. Look at Bronson Reed. Andrade, another one. You know what I'm saying? These matches he having with Carmelo are great, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Andrade is a perfect example. When he brought back the girls for Damage Control, bringing back Kyrie Sane, like if Triple H mess with you on NXT and you ain't denigrated the company and been out there bashing the company, he will bring you back and do right by you. I think Swerve would have had a better future, but Swerve told me himself that Shawn Michaels told him, I know we don't have you wrestling like you normally used to. So AEW was more of a better fit for Swerve anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like those examples. If Keith Lee goes back, now refreshed, rejuvenated, healed up, because his wife is there in a prominent position now. They keep moving his wife up. Well, I don't know how far down the car she's gonna go after she got murdered Friday, but
Boy.
because that was a cry.
Boy.
That was a cry. That was a cry. That was a cry.
Boy. Nia Jax put her in the trash can. I don't know, boy. She got to come back from that. Boy, you got sat on with a trash can. Then she threw stuff on you after the match like you wasn't nothing.
Right.
Hold on now, man. You can't be disrespecting me this
Right.
hard.
Someone
Right.
please
But
call
even putting Nia
911.
through a table like that, like
Boy.
they
Speed
they
dial.
pushing. Right, they pushing his wife to entice him to come back. The same way they was pushing Nakamura to try to get Okada to come, but Okada was like, "I'm going over here with the homies." But I think they paying Okada like $15 million a year. I would have went to AEW too. So, but no, man, Vince McMahon is what happened in that situation, because no matter how Triple H looked at you in NXT, if McMahon didn't see you that way on the main roster, you weren't gonna be that. Then it started, and they started making these dumb changes. They changed his music first. Everybody hated that because it went from something nice to something dumb. Then they started changing his attire. Then they changed his name. Like they was doing everything to mess him up. He was set up for failure. But now that Mr. Levesque is in charge, and I even hate giving him credit while I'm on the line with you, I think if he goes back now, he'll be in a much better position. So that's my take on that. McMahon is what happened today.
Cool. Good take. Good take.
I would hope so, but like I said, I feel like they think they already got that one over. So I'm out.
Oh, well,
Who
it's
knows?
more than one. It's more than one total, bro.
But he went to AEW and didn't do anything either.
Well, some of that could be on him.
You know?
But him and Swerve,
Yeah, like
him and Swerve won the World Tag Team titles. They won the belts, and then after that, he teamed up with Dustin for a little while, but that didn't turn into nothing. And then he was gone. Like, did he get hurt? I never saw nothing about an injury or nothing. So,
yeah, I don't know. Like that, from what I heard before, it might be some backstage stuff with him. That may be what it is.
You know, I want to say also sometimes, as we know, like any other sport, but we talking specifically about professional wrestling now, when other people are around other people, it does get buzzes going. For example, Keith Lee was at WrestleMania weekend with his wife, hanging out with Big E because Big E's dating her sister. So you don't think he
Right.
had those talks with with people doing that? As busy as they would have been during that weekend? All I'm saying, being around those, that gets things popping off. You know what I'm saying? It gets that buzz going.
Hey, hey, somebody pulled him in the office, bro, because they're not gonna make it known because right now that's tampering because he under contract, and so you really can't do that.
Mm.
But somebody he went in somebody's office and had a talk.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be back.
Yeah.
Whatever, I don't know when
Yep.
his contract is, but he'll be back in WWE.
Got it. Fellas, final thoughts of let's see, did we covered match of the night? I think we all agreed it was Punk and Drew McIntyre. But what's your final thoughts on tonight's No Mercy?
I have to demonstrate it. Doom, doom, doom.
Be over.
Doom, doom, doom. Hey, sign, seal, deliver.
Did we talk about a tag match? I think at a tag match.
Yeah, it's a rematch. It's
Chase
Chase U versus Axiom and Frazier.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I see Chase U keeping that. They just got him.
They need something. They need a win.
Yeah. Because a lot of people goofy, but it's creative with what NXT is. And NXT is like college before you get to the pros.
Pretty much.
Right.
And so Chase U goes along with that. So I like that. So I hopefully they win tonight.
Awesome.
Ron, I never thought about it like that, but this is exactly what it is. Yeah, the NXT is college, and that's what they are. I ain't mad at that. The only way Chase U don't win is if Duke Hudson costs him a match.
Wait a minute. So do they get 4 years in there?
It seems like it. Depending on who you are. But I just like how it is. How many years you gonna do, and then you get drafted up.
Hey,
so that's what it is.
Yeah, you compare it.
Some people do one and done, but some stay the whole 4 years, get the championship, and then move up.
Some of them in grad school then.
So, but some people go to college and waste it and party.
Hey,
oh man,
exactly what it is, man.
Yeah.
But it should be a good show tonight, man.
All right. Final thoughts, man. Let's put up.
In all seriousness, man, it's a great weekend. This next couple of weeks in wrestling in general is going to be good, but specifically about this weekend, final thoughts. I'm looking for a great show, and I'm thinking tonight at NXT No Mercy will set individuals on next level pedestals.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what the next show is for NXT is. I'm not sure what the next show is. It might be like the Halloween Havoc. It might be too far out, but it might be like
it should probably be Halloween Havoc.
Yeah, but that's like a 2-week event, right? Like one Tuesday, part 1, part 2, right? Or however they do it. So I think this is going to cement next challenges. We're going to see new things happen after today. With the exception of Wesley and Zach, I think that will continue. Everything else, I think it's going to set new pedestals for new levels. And that's what I'm expecting out of this show tonight.
Awesome. How about you, Jacob?
I think now normally I would roll with you on that because stuff would be ending and setting up following Havoc, but I think they're gonna be setting up stuff for these TV premieres, like these network premieres, because they're not gonna be at the Performance Center. They're gonna be on the road now.
Really?
You gotta think one show they bringing in Punk, and another show they bringing in Orton. So they're gonna be right. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna be setting up for these TV network premieres because they need people to watch on this new network to prove why they should be there, and then they gotta sell tickets for these arenas because, like I said, they're not at the PC now. NXT is on the road, so this is a whole different chapter now. So NXT is traveling, which I think is super dope. You know what I'm saying? I just hope that NXT can maintain its momentum and grow so that the people there can experience. Because with them being on the road, these are bigger arenas and bigger places, so you get the main roster feel while you're still in developmental.
Mm-hmm.
And this will help them gradually go into the main roster. It'll be a much easier transition into the main roster because you've already been working arenas. Because I'm gonna tell you, I've been in the PC for an NXT show, and then we've all been. Not even gonna talk about all the shows y'all been to. Shut up, Ron. And
Well, I mean, if you want,
I don't.
Trying
I
to go
don't
to the
want
show soon, man.
it. And so
So we got to talk about them
this
bad
this
blood
is
tickets now. Come on, we got to talk about them bad blood tickets.
we're gonna get on that. So
let me know what I
I
need to
think
do.
this will make the trend. What's that?
Let me know what I need to do. I get on 95.
I'm gonna work on it because I know for a fact that me and Chris is gonna get it, and I think I might be able to get up to 5 of them. So I'm gonna work on that though. And so look at you now, look at you, big
Yeah, they
dog.
counting already.
So but I think them going on the road like this will make it easier for those kids to transition onto the main roster. I'm telling you now, when I get there, I ain't gonna be in NXT long. And the only reason I know that is because that's what was told to my son. So, hey, it's like, and
Hey, let's do it.
yeah, it's
You,
like,
you need a manager? I love to be
when
on the
that,
mic. You need a manager? What you
no,
need?
it was like, that's what Trick told my son. He was like, when your dad come, he not gonna be here long. And he's like, why you don't think he gonna make it? He's like, nah, your dad just know how to do all this stuff already. He already ready for TV. He said your dad is already ready for TV like now. So yeah, I don't plan on being there long. But I stay there and work them shows. I don't care as long as I'm on the roster. You know what I'm saying? But I really think they're gonna really just they're gonna be building not towards Halloween Havoc right now, but building to these network television premieres on the CW. And then from there, from those network TV shows, then they'll start building for Halloween Havoc. It's a bridge. You see what I'm saying? They're bridging it. So let's get to these network TV premieres. Let's focus on making these some huge shows, and then during those huge shows, we can start setting up for our next PL.
Front, before you go, fellas, help me understand. Like, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't, like, I guess quote unquote Q1, doesn't they start like season premieres like all across the board, like around this time?
Yeah, Michael Cole.
Yeah.
Michael Cole going to SmackDown.
Yeah, and Joe
I
Tessa
thought so. I want
story
to
is
make
gonna be
sure.
on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're switching everything up, man. They getting ready, especially build up to that Raw on Netflix.
January 6th.
Yeah, so everything's building up to all these permanents for the next few years, where they gonna be at, and that's the big moves.
Yeah, man, that's 5 days.
They gonna set up big matches for those moves.
That's right. 5 days after my birthday, so it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Hey, shout out! Happy birthday! We're gonna do it.
Listen, fellas, it's been a great episode. I think this one's going to be one for the record books. Man, I appreciate everybody tuning in. And I want you to do us a favor. Share this video, like this video, comment below, and let us know your takes on all things wrestling. We look forward to seeing you in the comment section. This has been another edition of the Champions Corner. We'll see you next time.
Peace.